Saturday Fun Day with Connie. How is everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome. We have Marshallee that joined us. How are you doing today, Marshallee? And what are you currently working on? Yeah, if you're here, leave a comment. Let us know that you're here. So on today's live, we're gonna start off. I'm gonna tell some jokes. I do have a few like channel things I want to talk about. And then we're going to get into today's topic, which will be Crojo. And hopefully, I share with y'all some helpful tips to help motivate you to get your Crojo back if you're struggling with your Crojo. And also, too, we're going to be talking about our experiences where at some time we may have lost our Crojo. So that is something we will be talking about. Then I have 5 Halloween patterns I'll be sharing with y'all, and I'll have a little pattern giveaway at the end of the live. Sounds good, everybody? I see Alice has joined us. How are you, Alice? And what are you currently working on? Well, the last couple of days, I really haven't gotten that much done on the gnome I'm working on. I really should have gotten more progress done on it than what I have. I had like this pattern has you doing something kind of like not something I do often type thing. So like I wasn't quite sure like what they meant by something. And of course I get a certain way. I'm like, that don't look right. That don't look like the picture. So I had to frog some rows and redo it, but it looks like I have it now. Alice says, I'm doing great working on a Christmas tree skirt. Ooh, nice. What pattern are you doing? But yeah, that's what happened to me though. With that. But let's see. I'm going to start off with some jokes, like I said. The first one I have for y'all today is, where do ghosts go on holidays? The Boo-hamas. Instead of the Bahamas, Boo-hamas. My next joke is, what sound do, or probably really it should be, what sounds do witches make when they eat cereal? Snap, crackle, and pop. Oh, I'm sorry. I said the Rice Krispie. It's snap, cackle, and pop. Sorry. Snap, cackle, and pop. Got to give that good effect to it. The next joke is, what do you call 2 witches sharing an apartment? Sorry, I got tongue tied. What do you call 2 witches sharing an apartment? Roommates. And the last joke I have for y'all today is, who do monsters buy cookies from? Girl Scouts instead of Girl Scouts. Let's see. Alice says the Christmas tree skirt is Creative Grandma 12 point. Awesome. Now last year Laura Lee had made the one with Santa, the Christmas tree skirt with Santa on it. That was Creative Grandma's pattern, and she had made it for me and sent it to me for Christmas last year. It's so cute. I love it. And speaking of Creative Grandma, she will be on my channel coming up, unless something changes. I have her down for Saturday the 15th. And yeah, that's next Saturday. And Anita has joined us. Hi, Anita. You like my witch cackle? Yeah, Anita saw my really goofy, silly side yesterday or the day before. I was singing tunes to her. It started off with the Freddy theme song. Then I think we got into the Lizzie Borden rhyme. Then we got into Smelly Cat from Friends. Then there was Soft Kitty from um or what do you call that show? Oh, come on, Big Bang Theory, that's it. um and then I think I got creative and I basically took the 1 2 rhyme thing and turned it into about the biscuit. I think, let's see, how did that go? I think I did 1 2 the biscuits. Hold up, I'm trying to remember. 1 2 the it was something about it was about the biscuit. Oh, 1 1 2 the biscuit's belly's coming for you. 3 4 you better grab your butter. You better hold up. 3 4 you better butter your biscuit. 5 6 grab your cup of coffee. 7 8 I think your belly will never be the same again. Hold up. 7 8 I don't remember 7 8. And then I think 9 10 was your belly will never be the same again. I wish I could remember exactly how I did how I had come up with it. Like I said, I can get goofy and silly. Um Anita says seems like I've heard that before. Anita says she's still trying to find the right one for me. Uh-oh. And we have Angie that joined us. Hi, Angie. How are you today? And what are you working on? Yeah, I think it was about bacon. Grab your bacon or something like that. Or I may no. Oh, I think I may have kind of changed it up after I did it for you. I think it was don't forget the jelly. I think that's what it was. Like I said, I can be a clown. Um, but yeah, like I said earlier, today we're going to be getting into the topic of Crojo, which, like, yesterday I was like, what can I talk about on today's live? I need a topic, something that wouldn't take too long for me to prepare. And I even got with Barbara yesterday because she's usually good at coming up with topics. And I kind of felt bad because she would mention something and I really wasn't feeling it. And then this morning, Crojo came to mind. I'm like, that's it. That's what I want to do today. Listen, we also have Angela here. Hi, Angela. She's doing good. She's drinking water and working on a crochet bag. So I know I've previously have discussed this with y'all, trying to get y'all feedback on it, about how I tend to do topics on my lives. And I know that there's people out there that don't always, like some don't like lives at all. Nothing wrong with it. You know, People like different things. Or you have like those that have a busy schedule. And it's like rare that they can catch a live, and they may not even have the spare time to catch a replay. Where, I've been toying with the idea of also making videos like on subjects that I do on my lives, where it would be more short to the point, where those that don't watch lives would have that same information, or those that have been busy, can't find the time to watch an hour and a half live, but they can spare, 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, type thing. Um, and I've been getting feedback from y'all, and I've kind of been like back and forth with it. Where 1 minute, like at first I was all like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do both. But then there are some that kind of, don't necessarily think it's a good idea. I have had a few feedback along those lines. So I started thinking of another possible compromise on that, where maybe I can do like a video once a week on a different topic, where it would be a new topic, where I'll try to like work my schedule and have a day that, you know, I make a little video talking about either a yarn, crochet, knitting topic, that and even those that are the live lovers, it's there for them too. And at some point, topics I talk on lives, I probably will do in a video at some time. I may do it like 6 months, a year down the road, where it's not like real, like I just did the live, you know, where it feels more repetitive. But like if I do it 6 months down the road or a year down the road, that same subject, you know, people that even probably watched the previous live may be like, okay, yeah, I want to watch this, you know, that type of thing. I don't know. Let me know y'all thoughts on that. If you think that would be a good idea to do instead of, the repetitious manner. Let's see. We also have Regina and Lisa and Kaylina that joined us. How are y'all? What are y'all working on? And Lisa with coping with yarn is actually my inspiration for today's topic. Um, because this is something I know that she struggled with recently. It's her Crojo. So I was like, I think it's a good topic. All right. So like I said, just kind of want y'all suggestions, and in general, I always want to hear things that, like, if y'all have topics y'all want me to talk about on either a live or a regular video, or things that you want to see me do. Maybe like a stitch tutorial, you know, pattern tutorials to some degree. Um, I'll be honest, like doing like projects on a video, it is kind of out of my comfort zone on some level, where I don't feel as confident doing them. But I am trying to work on getting there, and getting trying to get more of that for y'all. Um like some of y'all probably already know, I started a knit along yesterday, where I'm teaching y'all how to make a striped beanie. This this is like something very good for a beginner knitter. So when like just starting off, and even if you're an experienced knitter, you still may want to join along, and I'd love it if you did. But like, especially for beginners, I walk you through, well, I've done the first video so far. I posted it yesterday. I walk you through everything. I try to be as thorough as I can. Really, all you really need to know to be able to do my knit along really is the knit stitch and the purl stitch. If you know those two things, I'm pretty confident you'll be able to make the beanie. But and even like, really, I still show how to do the knit and purl stitch, but I find when it comes to learning how to knit, you kind of got to get comfortable with those two stitches before you really start making projects. But like I said, everything else, I show you exactly what to do to knit in the round. I show you exactly what to do to do the color changes. I'll be showing you exactly what to do, how to do the decreases. And I will be showing two different ways. I'll be showing the double pointed needle method and also the magic loop method. And another thing too, and this is something that Brenda Young brought up, if you have a small enough cable, you don't even have to worry about like transferring. You just continue on with your rows. You know, so if you have a tiny cable, you know, that you can just keep doing that method too. Um, but what happens is like when you're knitting in the round and you're doing decreases, it starts getting too tight to keep, to keep it on the size cord you use to start off with. So, magic loop, double pointed needles, it gives you more freedom, or like I said, a small cord, but you need like a really tiny one because like I use a 9-inch cord to start off knitting my beanies, so you need smaller than that. Let's see, we have Suzanne that joined us. Hi, Suzanne. How are you today? What are you working on? And I do have plans too for some future knit alongs. After this after the this one is finished, I think I'm gonna give like 3 weeks after the last video. And then like I'm asking that y'all submit y'all pictures to me when y'all finish, or at least I hope you do. And I want to make a video showing everybody's beanies that they make. Now one thing too, even if you don't participate while the knit along's going on, the video really it truly is a tutorial. So 5 years from now, you can go to those videos and make the beanie, or learn how to make a beanie where you do the like stripes, where you learn basically where you change colors at the start of a round. Let's see. Yeah, my Lisa Lou had lost her Crojo, but she did say she is getting it back though, so that's let's see. Kaylina says I am working on a knitted hat and cowl set. Regina's making lunch for the kiddo and have some coffee. Oh, awesome. Lisa's excited about the knit along. Yeah, and I want to know like who's planning to participate, or have y'all started on it already? Regina's excited too. Um, Lisa says I'm crocheting a hat and scarf for my grandma's baby. I did not get a chance to do any Halloween or fall stuff. Oh, but hey, you're still getting stuff done and you're enjoying yourself. That's all that matters. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, thank you to all of those that are helping getting the word out about my knit along. Because I know a lot of times I get people, asking me questions about knitting, and I'm trying to do more and more to help those that want to learn how to knit. Regina says I just got to look at my yarn, I guess yarn stash, and see what color so I got, or what I want colors I want to make it. And one idea too, y'all could do like Halloween colors for the beanie, um, fall colors. Christmas isn't too far away too. Or you could even kind of do maybe candy corn colors, even though it's not like a natural candy corn beanie, but I mean, so many ideas for colors. The color scheme you want to use. Let's see. Lisa says I'm cleaning the house and getting ready for my son's birthday party. Yeah, tell Evan I said happy birthday. Suzanne's still working on the post virus shawl. Awesome. Yeah, I love that shawl. I love bod patterns. But yeah, so after I get done with that knit along, the next one I'm planning to try to do, and I- I'm hoping that I get this like all together before Christmas. But but I do plan to design a beanie, and I'm hoping it to be a Christmas beanie. And y'all know how I love my color work. And this one will be a little more advanced with knitting, but um for the most part, if you know how to knit, you know how to purl, you still should be able to do it, because that's really all it is. The only real difference is you have certain little techniques on how to do the color work, like when it comes to like carrying the yarn. And there are other methods to doing color work. um and I may not even be doing the easiest method. This will be how I learned how to do it. And who knows, maybe some of y'all can give me recommendations on ways to do it, to do color work simpler too. But like I said, I'll show how I do mine. But that's really the only real difference with how I do my color work beanies. It's, than doing like a regular beanie. You got to know how to carry the yarn. Um, but like I said, the current tutorial is kind of an introduction to like introducing like a new color to a project, where you got to change the color at the beginning of the round. But like I said, I'll try to walk y'all through everything on that one. Um, so y'all can see how I do it, and those that have been wanting to make my patterns, hopefully after that you'll be able to. And let's see, Regina says, yep, think I'll make it for the old man. Oh, and another thing too, I want to add to like, the real color work knit along that I want to do. Um, like for instance, like Robin with Roaming with Rover, she never did color work before, and she's more of a beginner knitter, and you know she ended up testing my pattern and never did color work before, and she was nervous about it. And she figured it out. She was able to do it, and she was shocked at how quickly she picked it up. So if you want to do it, you can do it. Anita saying, I've got to get some circular needles, though I only have one size huge. I did learn the cast on good from it last night. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I love hearing like when y'all learn things from me. And Regina saying, I didn't learn how to do my color work until I tested your pattern for your beanie, the pumpkin spice latte. See, that's a prime example. You know, never did color work before, and they did it. Y'all can do it. Think positive. But yeah, and like another thing too, I'll probably do at some point. Um, I'll probably try to do like a knit. I'm sorry, not a scarf knit along too for knitting. I'll probably try to do like a scrunchie, but that one may be more of just a tutorial, because scrunchies don't take that long to make. So that may just be more of a tutorial. But now crochet, I do hope that I start getting into some crochet alongs too. Um, but for me, I'm more comfortable with knitting in front of the camera. Um, because those of y'all that have channels and y'all do tutorials, y'all know it's awkward usually when when you're knitting on camera. Now, if you have an overhead setup, then it probably isn't such an issue. But like I know, like my setup, it's like you're hugging the tripod, so it is awkward and it like because it is harder sometimes to get your stitches. Which y'all may notice that sometimes where it's kind of like, hold up, get where I'm trying to get you. but but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do more and more stuff like tutorial related, and the more I do it, the more comfortable, you know, it will be, and it'll start coming more naturally. Because I mean, I noticed like whenever I filmed yesterday, I noticed the difference. I didn't struggle as much with having to refilm things. So I was happy about that. You know, that went pretty smoothly with the filming process. Granted, though, the funny thing is, I was like right at the very end. I just basically wanted to say, if you had questions, or you're struggling with something, feel free to email me and then say my typical, have a fabulous yarny day, be the light by. My storage got full right then and there. So I went to my computer, I did my editing on what I had, deleted stuff off my phone, and then went back to film that like last minute. Let's see, we have Joni and Gloria that joined us. How are y'all today? And what are y'all working on? Anita says, I've got to get some circular needles though. I only have one size huge. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I did read your comment already. I'm sorry. I lost my place. And I read Regina's too. Kaylina says, I really need to watch your knit along video. I might do it. How long do we have to make it? Um, I'll probably give, like I said, about 6 weeks. I'll, I posted the first video today. Sorry, yesterday. And I'm going to try to get the other videos posted. I'll probably either post Friday evening or sometime Saturday. Now the final video might not get posted till Sunday because I am going to be showing like two different methods for the decreases, and also sorry, I lost my train of thought. And also I have to show y'all how to weave in the ends too. Well, most of y'all probably know, but in case somebody doesn't, like I said, I show everything. Um, I teach like you're a very, very, very beginner. If you're looking for something short and sweet, my tutorials, you probably wouldn't be for you. But I do mine where I want to know that when someone walks away, they should be able to do what I'm trying to show. But anyway, yeah. And there should be 4 videos to it. And then I'll probably, like I said, I'll post the last video, and I'll probably give y'all like 3 weeks to finish everything up. And then once y'all finish, please send me y'all pictures, and I'll do a picture video sharing everybody's beanie from the knit along. And another thing too, that video, it really like it's more than just the knit along, because you can do that the beanie later on, like use the videos as a tutorial. So like say right now is not a good time, or you're busy with other stuff, but you want to learn how to make a beanie like that. You can do, watch the videos later on and just make it. Let's see. Anita says she's determined. And Joni says, still pumping out tiny hands. And in an hour, I'm making paper beads with a fellow YouTuber. So I'm getting all that stuff gathered. Oh, and coffee with pumpkin spice creamer in my cup. Yummy. I got my coffee here. I have community with I think it's macchiato caramel. I think it's the flavor of the coffee creamer. I know it's caramel. And sorry, I know my voice is kind of, hoarse. I'm still kind of struggling with the hoarseness in my voice. But the coughing, I don't I haven't been coughing much. And usually when I do cough, it's usually like before I go to bed or when I first wake up. Let's see. Joni says tiny hands for the tiny peace sign fingers applique. Nice. Um, Lisa says I have only made one knit project before. I'll knits no I guess no pulls. So I will try yours out. Ooh, awesome, awesome. Yeah, and those of y'all that have channels, I would appreciate it if y'all could try to help, you know, share about my knit along and help get the word out. Um so if y'all can, thank y'all. And those that have, again, thank y'all. Thank you, Joni. Yeah, actually this was a birthday gift from Lisa with Coping with Yarn. It's my favorite coffee mug now. Let's see. Okay. And let's see. Okay, I have a few more things I want to mention, and then we'll get into the topic. Like I said, on my Thursdays and Saturday lives, it's kind of more casual in a sense than like my Monday lives. My Monday lives, usually the first 15 minutes is more chit chat, and then I pretty much try to stick to the topic. Um, and then at the end we may kind of chit chat a little afterwards. But like on Thursdays and Saturdays, you'll kind of have more the part of it will just kind of be chit chatting and talking about things, and then get into the topic more later, probably closer to like the 30-minute mark. We'll get into the topic. All right, so I have mentioned this before with the Southern Crocheters. What we're going to do, since we've been trying to reschedule last month's live, and basically the next live is approaching, which, let's see, is that this week? Yep, it is this week. Coming up. So me and Barbara got to talking, and what we're going to do is at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Barbara's channel, we're going to do last month's topic that we haven't gotten to do yet, which we're going to be talking about Halloween makes on Barbara's channel. And usually, like, our lives are usually about 45 minutes. So then at 3 o'clock, we're going to go over to my 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to go over to my channel and do another live, and we're going to talk about Thanksgiving makes. So that's the plan for the Southern Crocheters, unless something changes. Life happens sometimes. Another thing too that I would love to try to get guest stars talking about, and for those of y'all that are watching that dye yarn or spin yarn, I would love it if you would get with me, and what I want to try to do is do some lives on that topic with a guest star that's experienced at doing it. I have zero experience on that. But For those of y'all that want to know more about yarn dyeing and spinning yarn, so that is something that I do want to try to get some lives with guest stores on that topic. So, like I said, anyone interested, let me know. And of course, Monday is the next Halloween live. So today is the last day to submit your pictures for them to make it on this coming Monday's live for y'all makes. Now, like I said, I'm taking pictures, Halloween make pictures all month long because the whole month of October on Mondays will be, Halloween live. So, but I just wanted to remind y'all that. And of course, the finished projects video is the 15th of every month. So anyone that has any finished projects they'd love for me to share on a video, email me y'all pictures, and I'd love to share y'all pictures and help inspire others, and with sharing y'all pictures. Let's see. Let's see what everyone's saying. And then we'll get started on the topic. Yeah, Lisa's saying it might take her a while since she's got to finish her crochet hat and scarf by November 1st. Oh, thank you, Joni. Joni said she did a short sharing my knit along. Awesome. Yeah, this is the busy time of the year for makes. People are starting to try to do their holiday makes, Christmas presents, all that stuff. Joni says she loves channel jumping. Excellent way to meet new people. Yes, so true. And we have Linda that joined us. How are you today? And what are you currently working on? Kaylina says she just finished, so she will definitely share. Awesome. Thank you. And I absolutely love seeing everyone's FOs. Yeah, I think a lot of y'all do. Um, and one thing too, because sometimes I'll have people contact me, like they see something and they would love the pattern, and a lot, and when someone does that, I'll contact the person that sent me the picture and see if they have a pattern link I can share. Thank you, Regina. Okay, Linda's knitting a baby blanket. Awesome. All right. So, like I said, today's topic is Crojo, in honor of my good friend Lisa Lou, who with Coping with Yarn. She inspired today's topic. All right. So, for those that don't know what Crojo is, maybe you haven't heard the term. It's basically when you're not wanting to pick up your crochet hook and work on any type of crochet project. You've just basically lost your motivation. And even though the term I'm using today is Crojo, the same thing can happen with knitting too for those of y'all that knit. I don't know, maybe, is there an actual term for it? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's knit Joe. I don't know. But anyway, but that's basically what, Crojo is. And more than likely, most of us have probably lost our Crojo at some time, or maybe it's currently happening to you. So let me know in the chat, or those watching on replay, let me know in the comments. Have you ever lost your Crojo? Let me know your experience with it. And like, how long did you lose it for? Me, I haven't had serious issues with losing my Crojo. Maybe like I've gone about a week where I wasn't motivated like to crochet or knit, but I knew I was going to go back to it. It wasn't like I was really struggling with it being a long-term thing. And another time that I never completely lost my Crojo, but I found that whenever I was working on that peppermint blanket, I found like I wasn't motivated to crochet as much, where I wasn't making that much progress on it, even though I was still working on it. And eventually I ended up, I was like, I'm burnt out with this project. I need something fresh. I need something that makes me feel like I've accomplished something. Now I still haven't found my Crojo to go back to it, to the blanket yet, but that's been my experiences with losing my Crojo. But like, yeah, let me know like what, is there something that caused you to lose your Crojo? Let let me know that. So let's see real quick what everyone's saying. Marshall, not Marshall, Regina's working on a Halloween thing. Yeah, I know what you're working on unless you finished it. But anyway, what here are some helpful tips for getting your Crojo back. Let's see. I'm gonna read Suzanne's comment real quick. She says she lost her Crojo multiple times. It usually is for a week. This time I got out of it with the help of the shawl I'm making. Yeah, a lot of times just switching up projects will help. You know, sometimes, which I'm about to get into this more. Let's see. Oh, Regina saying nope, not yet. And Anita says never. And like I said, for those knitters, let me know if you lost your knit Joe, or whatever you want to call it. Lisa says, I'm slowly getting it back, one step at a time, coming back. It's been since the beginning of summer, triggered by her cousins passing away quickly from cancer and leaving her kids behind. The youngest was 6. Mm, and that's one thing that, that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to get more into detail, that sometimes that things like that is one of the reasons you can lose your Crojo. And let's see, Alice says, I find if you start with something small like a dishcloth helps. Lisa says, I was trying to make the stuffed animal and it was painful to get through. I still haven't sent it yet. And Alice says, or I look for a new yarn that I've never tried. And actually, that's one thing on my list that we'll be talking about. But yeah, one of the things that y'all can do is starting a new project. Something small, something that you could finish in maybe an hour or a few hours or maybe even a couple of days. I don't know. There's usually not, like, I'm not the quickest crocheter, so typically I don't think there's much that I would be able to finish in an hour if I could finish something in an hour. But a lot of times we need that feeling of accomplishment. And that's a huge thing. You know, it's like, because, anytime you finish a project, how does that make you feel? You feel good. You're excited, and we need that. And like, some examples of little small things that y'all could do, very easy things, like scrubbies, um, dishcloths is one, scrunchies, cup cozies, little small things like that don't take hardly any time. Let's see, Regina saying, usually I'm just too tired when I get done working. And if I have a day or two off, I just don't feel like doing anything sometimes. Yeah, and that happens. Because I know, like, the last few days, I'll get busy doing stuff like around the house or channel stuff. And then by the time I sit down to crochet, I just, I'm tired. And, even though I do get some done, but I really should be able to sit down and get more accomplished on my crochet in that amount of time. Let's see. Lisa says, being a YouTube tuber you YouTube creator was overwhelming with all the shipping costs, and then I couldn't do it, and then my new phone wouldn't let me make a video. Yeah, I mean all sorts of things. Life. You're just being busy affects things. Oh, Granny D's here. She says, my alien loving buddy. Yep, I'm an alien loving buddy. How are you today, Granny D? And what are you working on? Okay, so another thing that can help you get your Crojo back is learn a new stitch. You might be tired of doing the same old stitches. Because I mean, think about it, like you're doing something that's like all single crochet. More than likely, you do start to get bored. But if you're doing something new, something different, it's more exciting. It motivates you. And there are just like so many different stitches out there. I mean, you know, look up new stitches. See what if there's something that you want to learn. And speaking of that, one thing that I did think about doing for a topic on a future live, and I'm kind of curious if this is a topic you would like me to get into, where I would do it like a live, basically just kind of talking about different stitches. Now, I wouldn't be showing how to do them or anything, but like just kind of like showing y'all pictures of the different stitches out there. Some of the not as common per se used stitches. Like everybody knows like granny stitch and even like corner to corner. Most people tend to know what those stitches look like. But like maybe like the tulip stitch or the arrow stitch, which that's one I actually did a tutorial on. But stuff like that, is that something you would like to talk about? And like I said, if you have topic suggestions, email me. Let me know what topics you want to see, and I'll work on talking about those topics. I love to chat. Talk. All right, let's see. Pamela joined us. Hi, Pamela. And Nisi too. Hi. How are y'all and what are y'all working on? We're talking about Crojo today. Pamela's saying she wishes she could do a video. She doesn't have enough self-esteem to get on camera. Aw. You know, like I was scared when I first got behind the camera, Um, you know, will people like me and all those different things. Trust me, pretty much anything and everything ran through my head. And, you know, uh, basically when it comes to doing a channel and wanting to do a channel, you just got to do it. And the majority of the people in the Yorny community are loving and very supportive and understanding. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are always, the ones that you will come across a few that aren't, but it really is rare. Um, and and the bottom line is you can't let those types get to you. You know, don't let them get to you. Focus on those that love you and those that support you. That's what it's really truly all about. Let's see. Okay, Nisi wants to discuss different stitches. I may well, depending on what I have next week, I need to check my schedule and all. But if I have a live that don't really have anything going on, I'll try to make that happen. Because I know Saturday I have Creative Grandma. Let's see. Well, okay, Thursday I don't have anyone scheduled. I could probably try to make that happen on Thursday's live. Let's see. Joni says my divorce knocked me out for 10 years. That's when I got pregnant with our daughter, and I dusted off my machine and made her diapers, clothes, blanket. She's 7 now and still my inspiration to create. You know, and it's so inspiring too to hear things like that. Where we get our inspiration from. Let's see. Suzanne says that's what I love with this shawl. It's both the virus and the post. Yeah, that was one that I made recently. I love Bod's patterns. I hope one day I can get, that creative and be able to design patterns, like she does. I mean, like I said, I do some stuff with designing, but I mean, she just comes up with them so quickly. And she can do pretty much anything and everything. Let's see. Nisi says, no working, not, oh, I guess not working on anything at the moment. Eating lunch and getting ready to bake some banana pumpkin bread. Ooh, I'm coming over, Nisi. I'm on my way. That banana pumpkin bread sounds good. All right, Lisa. I hope you have a good day. And I gotta do your thing. Be good. Let's see. Regina said that sounds fun. Love to learn more stitches for knitting and crochet. Slowly getting there with my crochet. Now on the live, like I said, I won't be like, demonstrating how to do the stitches. It'll just kind of be like talking about them, um, showing what stuff looks like to, maybe it'll help you. You may see a stitch and be like, oh, I got to learn that stitch. That's an awesome looking stitch. Kind of discuss, if it's a stitch you've done before, you know, what type of project you used it on, maybe, that type of thing. But I am like, I am trying to do more with stitch tutorials though on my channel. Usually Wednesdays I try to post some type of either crochet or knitting tutorial. This week I didn't actually do one on Wednesday, but I did kind of in a sense because yesterday I posted part one for my knit along. So, but I am trying to like get more like stitch tutorials for y'all and that type of thing. But Wednesday's usually my tutorial day, but there were some weeks that I don't get around to making one. Let's see. Nisi says that's right, and you can just block those that are not nice. Yeah, and that is true. You have problems with someone on your channel. You can block them. But like I said, 99% of the people in the yarning community are very kind, loving people. Joni saying how she rarely gets her face in the camera, but you can certainly share your hands or table. Actually, that is a good idea too, because there are those that they don't show their face on camera, not at all. And you can still do videos where you just show your hands. And she says, I really understand this frustration and have no problem following those who don't show face. Pamela says, I finally got mine back and I made a sweater. I'm working on making it longer because it's an octagon granny stitch. Thank you. I will thank you, my crochet sister. And let's see. Oh, Kat's here. Hey, Kat. How are you today? And what are you working on? We're talking about Crojo today. and other things too. But the main topic is Crojo. Regina says my project that I'm working on now is using double pointed needles. Never use them, and I was so terrified to try, but they're actually pretty awesome. And that's one thing. The only way you learn to do something, you got to dive into it. Just do it. And usually it comes together. It really truly does. And if you get stumped or stuck type thing, there's so many people on YouTube, Facebook groups that will try to help you. You know, someone needs help with something, I'll do what I can to help you. I mean, I may not always have all the answers, but I try to at least point a person in the right direction. Maybe, a tutorial, or maybe I know there's a content creator that, is really good about like covering, that type of thing, where I know, like, they have videos and stuff where they're experienced with doing it. Nisi says, "Oh yes, Bod is amazing." Bod, if you're watching, we're talking about you. We love you. She says, "I have several things of hers that I want to make. I know I still have so many more." Pamela says, "Me too. Me and my husband both love banana nut." Also, okay, Pamela would like to see different stitches discussed. Okay, I think that's going to be my topic for this coming Thursday's live. Pamela says, "I think I would like to try to find somebody on YouTube to maybe introduce me in a live video and then go from there. I might be able to do that. I don't know." Well, if you ever want to come up, come live with me, get with me, and we'll try to schedule a date to make that happen. Oh, thank you, Regina. Yeah, and one thing, like with me, you know, I have not, been knitting or crocheting a really long time. So it's one of those things where I'm still learning. And that's where sometimes there are certain things like, like with doing tutorials, I've kind of been like camera shy on those things. And of course too, like anyone that does videos and does tutorials, they will tell you they're not the easiest videos to make. Um but like I said, I am determined to start doing more of them. And the more you do something, the more comfortable you get with it. And I mean, I've noticed a difference. Like, whenever I was filming my knit along yesterday, I didn't have to do as much refilming like I normally do. Nisi says there are very successful channels that don't show their face nor do any lives. You can do it. Yeah, and you don't have to go live on YouTube. You don't. I mean, basically, as long as you follow YouTube guidelines in terms of service and all that, you can do basically whatever you want to. It's okay, Granny D. The rate I'm going talking today, I'm like, I hope I wrap up before you start your live. But I will send everybody your way, Granny D. Let's see, Cat's crocheting another bobble baby blanket. Let's see, everyone's saying hello. Granny D loves crystal. Yeah, I think she's a lot of people's favorite for tutorial. Um, let's see. I'm kind of just skimming the comments. All right, so let's move on with the topic. All right, another thing that you can do you can wander through the yarn aisles and like, local yarn stores. Maybe you have like a specialty yarn stores like with all the hand dyed beautiful yarns. My area does not have that. Um, because seeing new yarns can help motivate you. Maybe there's a new yarn you'll see that you want to try. Maybe get brave, try like a new weight or a new texture for a yarn. Those are all things that can help you, when it comes to getting your Crojo back. And sometimes too, which this one I did think was kind of interesting. Whenever I was gathering my information, but this is a good idea or something else to try. Maybe the hook is the issue. Um, Maybe try arm crochet or finger crochet. Um, which some of those are good ways to use like the bulky weight yarns. Or try another craft. There's diamond painting. There's like loom knitting, which is a yarn craft. Um, Maybe if you're a crocheter, maybe try to learn to knit. Or if you're a knitter, maybe try to learn crochet. Maybe cross stitching. Um, Maybe making wreaths or something. Or dyeing yarn. Maybe spin yarn. Let's see. Nisi saying crochet, knit, or any fiber arts are awesome therapy tools for sure. Granny D says, I get such a natural high from seeing my buddies come to my live and hang out for an hour. And really that is true. Because like, sometimes like before going live, you're just kind of like, you're just feeling blah. And then I get talking to y'all and it energizes me and it puts me in a good mood. Let's see, I think I missed something. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Pamela. Let's see. Nisi says, I love hand dyed yarn. It's my favorite, and I so wish I could afford more of it. Me and you both. But at $20 per skein, it's difficult. Yeah, I mean, I love hand dyed yarn too, but it's not often I can afford to buy it. But beautiful, beautiful. And actually, speaking of like hand dyed yarns, later this month, Regina with Morse Knitting 101 will be coming live with me. And we're going to be talking about Halloween, but it's going to be different from my Monday lives. What we've discussed so far doing, we'll probably talk about a little bit of Halloween history. Um, we want to try to share some of our pictures from whenever we were kids dressed up in our Halloween costumes. And we're going to talk about like different Halloween yarn. And I'll be showing, of course, Hobie is one that has like, like more like the regular true Halloween yarn. But for the most part, everything else that we'll be showing is going to be mostly hand dyed yarns. And there's some beautiful ones that, you know, I discovered searching Etsy. So I think that's going to be a fun live. And let's see. Granny D says, if you want to try a live, you could always ask a buddy to go live with you or go on with me, like I had mentioned. Yeah, and there are others too that, like Crystal, the Yorny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady. She tends to, do guest stores a lot. She's a, one that's good to, to try to go live with. Um, Now one thing, like I'm one I'm like when I go live, I mostly go live from my channel. You do periodically see me on other channels lives where it's like usually a one, me and that content creator. Um Now I'm like when I go live with someone else, I'm more comfortable with me and one person. You really rarely see me on a large panel. I think I've done it like twice, maybe 2 or 3 times where I have jumped up on someone's large panel. I just it tends to be out of my comfort zone. Whenever I'm like more in a crowd, my shyness comes out more and more. Because y'all, some of y'all probably notice when y'all watch me on someone else's channel, I usually am more quiet. Um, but you get me on a big panel, you know, and and unless like the person hosting the live is like really asking questions and engaging, I struggle with it because I don't like to interrupt others, and like I said, I'm shy, so I find it really comes out more. Let's see, we have Diane and Samantha that have joined us. I think, yeah, that's everybody. How are y'all, and what are y'all working on? Let's see. No, yeah, that is, she is one that is reasonable when it comes to the hand dyed yarns, and Melissa with Crochet in Agreement, hers are cheaper, and she also tends to dye like cotton, and she even dyes acrylic, which I may try contacting her. She would be a good one to come live with me discussing um dyeing hand dyeing yarn. Because as I mentioned earlier, I do want to try to find some people that like hand dye yarn and spin yarn to kind of come live with me and just kind of give y'all some tips and helpful information if it's something that you want to learn how to do. Let's see. All right, Nisi. I hope you have a good day. And more than Samantha, more than like usually, Granny D usually goes live like right after me. Like like hers should be starting in about 20 minutes. Um, I really try to finish mine before her starts, but sometimes um I run over the time I plan to be live. And Nisi saying she has 3 hanks of Melissa's. She's the first hand dyed yarn I've purchased. Pam says she's noticed Walmart has only one shelf of yarn, but she don't know what happened. She has to try to find find Hobby Lobbies. Yeah, I wish we had a Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Granny D will be going live. I know every now and then Granny D, cancels hers. Yeah, me and Regina have been plotting for our live together. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll at least both be wearing Halloween hats. We have talked about the possibility of dressing up. Let's see. Diane says she's working on a shawl. Awesome. All right, where was I with um so back to the Crojo. Another thing y'all can also try to do to help get y'all Crojo back, joining like a crochet subscription box group. Um, because some of those they'll send like some really nice yarn that might motivate you. Oh, I got to do something with this yarn, or you could participate in a project with a group, um, like crochet alongs or like knit alongs, and then you get to see what others make, and a lot of times looking at makes of other people will motivate you and inspire you. That's why I love doing the picture videos with all of y'all makes, because I hope it helps to inspire y'all. Another thing too, sometimes like in your towns there may be like a local crochet group and meetup. You can try that. But one thing I will advise though, when you're meeting people you don't know, be safe, be careful. Um, and but something like that, that's a way to share ideas, friendship, and help motivate each other. Then you also have your Facebook groups. And that really is an excellent source. People will help you in the Facebook groups. You know, you can ask for ideas to help you get your Crojo back, and there's people there to try that will try to help and support you, motivate you. Um, and sometimes you really do just need to step away, for a while, maybe a few days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month, you know, enjoy some other things, and then get back to your crochet. Because sometimes that break can help you. And another thing, and this is an example of what Lisa, what Coping with Yarn was talking about earlier. Sometimes when you crochet, there can be fond memories attached to it. Maybe you broke a crochet hook that a loved one gave to you. Or maybe, you only crochet with like a family member or a friend that recently passed away. And the thought of crocheting without that person, or without like that crochet hook, or whatever it may be, you just, it's just not there. And but the one thing that's important that you need to remember with these type of situations, your loved one wouldn't want you to give up what you love. You know, so if you're experiencing that, remember that they would want you to go on doing what you love doing. Um, Now, the last thing on my list is make something for yourself. Sometimes we don't take the time to enjoy our own work, and you are worth it. You know, and when it comes to like crochet and knitting, you have to enjoy what you're working on, your work. Um, like one thing, and I've shared this before, I really don't care to sell my work. I feel like whenever I'm making something to sell, I don't enjoy it. I really don't. And like if I did that on a regular basis, I, I would lose my Crojo. I know it, you know. And different things, when it comes to working on, like when you're always doing, works for other people, you know, it can take the enjoyment out of things. And you need to take time for you. And just remember, we are hookers. We have a skill that a lot of people don't have. We are special. Repeat after me. You are special. Always, always remember that. So does anyone else have any helpful suggestions that they want to share? And I had asked this earlier, I'm curious your experiences with losing your Crojo mojo. I'm getting tongue tied a lot today. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, let's see what everyone's saying now. Granny D saying it would be great if I had Melissa on showing some of her yarns and talking about them. Yeah, I'm gonna try, to contact her pretty soon. I know I don't have as many October live spots left. because now that I do like topics by myself on Monday, I always forget that I don't have as many open live spots. And like kind of like the first half of this month, because I was having all my coughing issues and issues with my voice, I didn't want to schedule people really to come live with me because I was scared I would have to cancel a live. And I really don't like canceling on people. Like, I feel so bad. It's like, like Bailey, I ended up having to cancel on her twice. And, which she's one that I'm trying, that we plan to try to get her to come live with me. It may not be till October. No, I mean, sorry, November. But like some of these things, it may not be till November before I have a live spot available to do them. Because one thing I am trying to incorporate too is like crochet as a business, like people that are experienced selling their works, stuff like that, like whether it's online craft fairs, vendors, things like that. And I do have a few people that are supposed to come live with me on that subject. And I'm still interested in, if anyone else wants to come live with me too, because I've had a lot of interest on that subject. That was actually a recommend, like whenever I asked for feedback and stuff, I had someone suggest it. And it was funny how many people were like, yeah, I want to see this. I want to see this. So that's something that I'm working on. Like I said, I have a lot of things I'm trying to work on making happen. Um, and I want to hear things y'all want to see. Um, type thing, topics y'all want discussed. To especially stitch tutorials. I am trying to start doing like more, some project tutorials. Hopefully I'll build my comfort zone with project tutorials more and get better at being able to provide that to y'all in the future. But yeah, if there's something y'all want to see, let me know. And I'll do my best to make it happen. It may not be like right away. I have a list of things that I'm trying to work on, and I'm checking them off as I'm able to make it happen. But yeah, I'm definitely open to ideas. Yeah, Pamela saying Pinterest is another inspiring place where you can find different crochet items, and that can help. Um, yeah, and and I hear that a lot too, Regina. Watching YouTube videos, seeing what other content creators are making. And then some of them will share their viewer makes too. Um, and all of that, I mean, so inspiring. Let's see, Pamela saying, you are so right on both of those. I know that my daughter would not want me to give up this because I love it so much and I do make for everybody. I'm going to make something for me now. And I know some people will say it's selfish if you make something for yourself, but you're the one that has that skill. You have the right to do with it whatever you want to, you know. And, and even like in everyday life and stuff like that. And women are really bad for doing this. Where a lot of times we do things for others, but you also got to take care of you. You got to do things for you too. You know, find some time to make time for you. It is important. You matter. Let's see. And one thing too, if you wear yourself thin, how can you do for others or help others? If you're not taking care of you. Let's see. Granny D says, I've never lost my zeal for crochet and knit. Y'all know my problem is starting too many webs. Yeah, but we love you, Granny D. And Granny D has a good point. Like crochet and knitting, it is therapeutic to help with grief and so many other issues. It can help with anxiety, stress. There's something about just sitting down and like picking up your crochet and knitting and just do 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 do. And let's see, okay. Kayleen is saying she agrees. If you don't care for yourself, then you will I guess you mean you won't be okay enough to care for others. And yeah, it's true. All right. So I'm going to try to wrap things up as quickly as I can. I have 5 patterns that I'm going to share with y'all, and I'm going to do a quick pattern giveaway and then turn y'all loose over to Granny D. Well, I mean, if y'all want to, if she starts before I finish, I mean, if y'all leave before, that's cool. You know, it's not a big thing. Oops, wrong thing. Because I mean, I totally know, people want to watch different lives, and sometimes they have other things that they need to do, and you know, I'm just happy, y'all stop by, even if it's just to say hello. Um, okay, this one is a witch costume by Melissa Hassler, and I'm seeing that name, and I know it's at least close to. There's a content creator named Melissa, and I know her last name starts with an H. And like I know on her channel it's Mel something. I can't remember the exact channel name. I'm bad about that. Like usually I know just enough of a channel name where I can use that to pull it up or be able to find it like in the channels that I'm subscribed to, the list. But if y'all do know if this is the same Melissa, please let me know. But isn't this precious and adorable? Those of y'all that have children, this would be a cute thing to make. They could wear it for Halloween. Isn't that cute? See, here's a picture of the shoes, the broom, the hat. And let's see. Now, for the sizes available, it says 0 to 3 months through 18 to 24 months. So, yeah, if y'all have any children that age or grandchildren, or y'all know of somebody, excuse me. Sorry about that. My voice is starting to get tired on me. I'm still struggling some with that. Okay, this one is a Wicked Stripes Witch Hat by Crafty Kitty Crochet. And I love this because, you typically see like the black witch's hat. And I love like witch hat patterns that incorporate other colors. Like I even saw, I may be sharing this today, a pattern like this, but I've seen one like done in like candy corn colors. And I think that's the next pattern. Or, well, I think it's the pattern after next. I think it's one like that. I mean, and another thing too, you can do like put little embellishments too on hats like this. Have some fun, be creative. This one is Churney the Witch Cat by Constanza Crojo. And look how cute. And y'all know I love my kitties. All right. The next one, this is it right here. A candy corn witch hat. And this is by Crafty Kitty Crochet. And like I said, I love that idea of turning a witch hat into candy corn colors. And the top looks like a candy corn. So, so cute. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Was it was there a certain pattern you needed me to go back and show Kaylina? Because I don't intend to do it, but a lot of times, I'll put the comment up on my screen as I read them and I'll forget to take it down. Um and sometimes I catch myself that I'm doing it, but other times I don't. So if y'all need me to pull back up one of the patterns I just showed, let me know. All right. And now for the last one. This was cute. Candy Corn Amigurumi by Yasmina Neebless. I think that's precious. And I recently saw in a Facebook group that there's this pattern. It's a paid for pattern. Um, and I'm probably going to share that pattern link in an upcoming Monday live of that. But like they basically took the candy corn and did it basically more like how this green one is right here, with a darker shade of green, a lighter shade, and the white. And they had it where like one was a Frankie and another one was like a zombie. But like one thing though that like to me, like I'm pretty sure I could turn like a free amigurumi candy corn pattern into something similar. Because as it is even like this one is kind of similar to it. So I may try playing around trying to make one. But aren't those cute? All right, and that's the last for the patterns. All the links for those are in the description box of today's live. They're all free patterns. Okay. Okay, you don't need me to re-show anything. Okay, awesome. It looks like y'all seem to like the patterns that I shared today. All right. So let me pull up Nightbot so I can do a pattern giveaway. Sorry. Like I said, my voice is starting to get weaker. I've been talking for a while now. All right. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. I'm like, it's been a while since I've used Nightbot. Okay, let's see. What keyword shall we use for the giveaway? I got one. Frankie. Capital F or A. Nkie. That's going to be the word. Okay, and let's start now. And this is open worldwide. It's a PDF file that I'll send via email. So as long as you have an email address, you can enter. Um, and basically, y'all can pick one of my patterns from our Ravelry store if you're the winner. Um, Now most of my patterns are knitted. There are 3 that are crochet. Yeah, just like what Diane and Suzanne typed. Type Frankie if you want to be entered. Frankie is the word. Funny thing is that like, my husband Frank, well, his name is actually Franklin, but Frank's his nickname. But like growing up, like his grandmother would call him Frankie, and she would do that, Frankie. Oh, he hated it. He hated it. And so he don't like it when people call him Frankie, but like I'm the only one that can really get away with calling him it. Oh, hi Kivia, how are you today? What are you working on? All right, I'm going to give it 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. All right. Let's see who the lucky winner is going to be. Good luck, everyone. Oh, congratulations, Kaylina, with My Own Utopia. She is the lucky winner. Congratulations. So I need you to email me so you can claim your pattern. And here's my email address on the screen. It's also in the description box of all my videos and on my about page too. And I'm pretty sure, I think you do have my email address. But yeah, send me an email and I'll find out which pattern you want and send it your way. But yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, it's time to end things. Okay. So thank y'all all for watching today, and those that watch replay, thank you. I love all of y'all. I hope y'all have a fabulous journey day. Be the light. Go on over to Granny D if y'all have the time. Tell her Connie sent y'all to Alien Invade Her. And bye everyone.